laughed. It's Infernal Shrines. First pick, first ban. Going over to the side, by the looks of it, to the side of RossPierDoll.
So, Infernal Shrines. You know, we were talking about the mages, and I think we'll most likely see probably like a Kael'thas and Orphea are the big ones here. Gonna see the Medivh banned out. That's fair. Jaina's fallen off a little bit in priority. I know Tassadar. There's been a lot of debate on the fence whether Tassadar is good or not. Some players think, you know, this is the best thing ever. Some players thinking that he's kind of Monk S right now, just from their words. We're going to see that D.Va taken away. Didn't see any priority on D.Va in the first game. Just want to point that out.
No, very true, but we're seeing it banned out by Washed Up. Me and you have been very joyful to be privy to a couple scrims, and as such, which were streamed, so we're not breaking any player unofficial NDAs here. They were streaming, and so were we, but we did see a lot of D.Va play, and some very successful D.Va win rates, so we're seeing her banned out, as well as the Yrel.
I 100% agree with that, Yrel. All right, Aether, it's time to see what else you play. Looking here. Chromie taking. I forgot about the Chromie. You always forget the Chromie. She was kind of memed here for a while, then they changed a bunch of stuff about her, and now it's a really strong pick once again, much to many of the community's disgruntlement.
So in terms of, also, just to shout out the side of RossPierDoll here, because they have done their research. The Ana for Banana Rage is a classic. Malfurion is one of his other tops. We're going to see Deckard as the start here, but the Banana is obviously a usual pick here. And of course, we already know about the Medivh. I believe we were talking about it earlier, but that is a Hasu special. So they really have done their research and are coming in here with a plan, including the Malfurion and ETC picked up early again.
ETC been working out so well for the side of RossPierDoll, so it makes sense to just pick it while it's hot. We do have the Garrosh available for the side of Washed Up now. We'll see if that's something they opt to take, if it's going to be banned out here in the third ban phase. Otherwise, we could be looking at Diablo. I know Garrosh is kind of weird into ETC because for like the first 9 levels, you can just throw him and kill him. And ooh, Kerrigan ban coming out. Big respect. After level 10, though, you can't really throw ETC because you throw him into your backline and he's like, hey, sweet, free mosh.
It is true, unless you have that follow-up stun, which you gotta be ready for. The Kerrigan, like you said, banned out as a target ban for Nick. There's really solid targeting coming in from these teams right now, as we now see second 2 picks coming in. It's going to be Junkrat, recently buffed, fantastic rotational hero, really going to be fantastic here for controlling the map. Imperius and Blaze together, meaning Imperius will likely be the main tank with Blaze as off lane, but they could swap it. We will see. Both of these heroes are capable of doing both, as we see Phoenix and one more pick for RossPierre.
Looking here, should be an offlane unless we're doing a spicy Phoenix offlane. But it is Aether, so what will you play? Rexxar, not his highest priority map, but still great, great vision control, solid stun. Excited to see what they do with it.
As am I, as Rexxar is on the board. It's more CC, as you say. They've got some good slows for Phoenix with Unleash the Boars. That's going to be a good salvo setup. And now, final pickup, Sylvanas. They needed an actual killing hero. Junkrat can only do so much, and Sylv will fill that role perfectly. 2 builds that are insanely effective at single target burst to follow up on Blaze and Imperius, and 1 AoE build, which we are very unlikely to see, because if we see the Unfurling Shadows versus ETC, it means Sylvanas is too close. So, we're going to be likely seeing the either Spell Power build or the percentage damage build. I'm going to guess Spell Power. So, we're loading into game number 1 of this best of 3 series in round 2.
Excited to see what they can do with the Blaze tank this time around against the side of RossPierDoll. Again, really solid counter into ETC, grab that new habits, and then by the time you hit level 10, you should have hopefully picked up 15 globes Stranger things have happened. You get that unstoppable can just stun him out. And then, of course, the bunker will help with the salvo, will help with the boars, should they go that. I mean, we never see Beast of Wrath anymore, but you never know.
Should in theory help with a temporal loop as well, so that could be
Oh!
quite good to see.
Yeah, that's a really fair point. Didn't even think about that. Solid suggestions all around.
All right, we are getting ready to head into the game as we do spawn onto infernal shrines. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be going in. Yes, I am ready as we are going to be heading in, ladies and gentlemen, on the left-hand side. In the blue trunks, it is going to be Washed Up with Hasuobs playing the Junkrat. OK Mech, aka Cure, going to be on the Blaze. Masquerade on Imperious. Banana H on Deckard Kane. And Nick going to be playing the Sylvanas.
You gave me the hard names on purpose as we head over to the side of RossPierDoll with Vibzuk on that Phoenix. Matiso on the Malfurion, Makatsi on the ETC, Bronek on that Chromie, and Aether is going to be your Rexar. Currently getting impaled, booped into the backline. Misha goes down, and that's going to be Aether blown to bits. I think the first time they've died in the entire tournament so far.
I think they have died before, because I mentioned in the previous draft that there was only one person with a perfect game, and that was Lunara. So I think they have perished, but it's certainly a very rare sight, as you are saying here. And also, fantastic delivery by Junkrat. Immediately Hasuob sending Rexar, one of the heroes that usually dies the least in games, right into the backline, and an easy pickup at this early stage of the game. Good job, first blood to Washed Up.
Great dodge by ETC there. I want to point out, almost got booped back into lane, but was unable to, or was quick enough to, okay, goodbye, Rexar. Jeez, Aether looked like such a champ in the first round. Is getting completely dominated by Washed Up. As we see them all over the map, they take the aggressive camp on the side of Washed Up, and now they're going to come in and invade this bottom camp as well. EDC getting blown away, and hey guys, thanks for the free camp. It was just completed. They were right about to cap before Washed Up came and all cleaned up.
And they're about to hit level 4, so they can pick Merqueen now and just push this in to get big value if they choose to. They are pushing in quite hard, yet to pick level 4, they choose not to. They go for Unstable Poison, maximum wave clear potential. It is, by the way, also going to be the Might of the Banshee Queen, one of the talents we called earlier, which might mean we're going to see that cooldown reduction on the Shadow Dagger coming in at level 7 for maximum wave clear and hero harass damage. I believe that's the highest total damage output without getting insane stacks on Unfurling Shadows.
Really just dominant play by Washed Up, and I mean, I don't know what else we expected. This is just another level. They've grabbed basically all the camps. The only thing left to take is the Bruiser camp on the side of RossPierDoll. We'll see if there is going to be an invade coming out there, or if the team just wants to try and clean up in the middle lane. Bottom lane is going to spawn here in just a moment with the Shrine. We can already see Washed Up getting a strong positioning on this Shrine. They just want to make sure they can grab as many of these skeletal defenders before anybody from the side of RossPierDoll shows up, because geez, the wave clear is pretty great.
Good power side though. They're going to try and get Nick. There's the root. He's able to get out. Straggling Vines did give him anti-healing though, but he's able to get to a safe position. Quick turnaround, and they pick up the kill. That's a fantastic time trap. Concussion Mine does not land. Matiso backing away. Not so lucky for poor Bronek, as that's another kill for Nick.
I'm still going to say that was a really good play. Like, that's super hard to do, even though he died. Really well done. You know, maybe clip that like 3 seconds earlier before his untimely demise. We're going to see quick, easy pickup on this Arcane Punisher here for the side of Washed Up. They've hit level 7 already. 4 kills to none. Out come those black arrows. Imperious uses the Celestial Charge. Junkrat boops away with the Concussion Mine. ETC is struggling to stay in the front line.
He's already had to burn his medallion. No cleanse, no nature's cure yet either. So they have to back up. They can't take another Punisher stun. Like you said, Nick, with the black arrows, able to disable that entire fort. It's a very short cooldown, so they might be able to get even more value in this mid lane with currently OK Mech, aka Cure, putting on the pressure. They're going to try and make something happen with this.
They already grabbed that bottom fort, just going to grab this front siege. And Punisher finally being cleared up. Well is going to go down here in the mid lane. Black Arrows already back up once again. And finally, Nick going to use those Banshees to escape out of the clutches of RossPierDoll. And now they should just camp, grab the XP. Leagues ahead of RossPierDoll in terms of XP. Almost 2 levels.
They really are. They're doing a fantastic job. They are currently controlling the map. We can have a look at some of the talents right before we hit level 10 quickly, and as we did mention, it is going to be that Lost Soul for Sylvanas, and as such, she is currently topping the damage chart even more than Chromie. Attack speed from Might of the Banshee Queen and spell power means more damage on that Shadow Dagger, and with the attack speed, lower cooldown on that Shadow Dagger thanks to Lost Soul, meaning that you just find a hero, you keep hitting them, and you spam that ability, and you just get huge damage output, which is always spread because you're always attacking the same target. Black Arrows back off cooldown, so therefore this fort is going to perish.
Remember when this was just baseline? And how insane it was? We're going to see again, like you said, fort goes down. Level 10 is picked up for Washed Up there. Chromie finally hitting level 8 so they can get those slowing sands. Will be beneficial for Phoenix in a level, but until then, they're really just going to have to sit and wait and let Washed Up do whatever they want. Uh-oh, Aether. Out comes the Imperious with that Angelic Armaments. Doesn't get the swords off. Going to shoot a swing and a miss. And what looked really, really sketchy for Aether ends up being all right. Great Misha charge.
They did only burn 1 heroic though, so could be worse for Washed Up, but still, a quarter of a level away for the side of RossPierDoll, and as such, they are playing real far back. Okay, Mech Cure was just dashing the bush to see if anyone was flanking. Found no one though, just used it for quicker wave rotations. But with the fort already dead in mid lane, bot lane, and top lane, this next Immortal Punisher, is going to be in the mid lane, and it's going to cause problems because it's going to be pushing onto keeps no matter what.
Level 10 has finally been hit for the side of RossPierDoll, and they're actually not going for the Twilight Dream, opting instead for the Tranquility to keep extra healing alive. I think, honestly, for our friends on the red team, though, the best thing they can hope for is that this isn't a Frozen Punisher.
And it is going to be a Frozen Punisher.
Is it?
Lucky. Yep, you can hover over it on the minimap and it will tell you.
Oh, I did not know that. Today I learned. Frozen Punisher, you hate to see it. Invade coming out here from RossPierDoll, though, who are looking to take back this map. However, 2-man stun coming out does the Wailing Arrow. ETC getting so very low. Stay wild and listen is so good. Angelic Armaments blasting Matisto to bits. Another great stun. Anti-healing coming out from the Emerald. ETC is going to go down. Imperious is traded out there. They're focusing on to Aether. Please kill him, says Hasuwab.
By the way.
Yeah. I was so focused on what Hasu was doing, I didn't even realize that Nick just the casual triple kill.
Oh wait, what? That was a 4v5?
I wondered why Imperious went down, and it turns out, yeah. Wow,
okay.
4v, I didn't even realize.
Yeah, they got the camp though. That's good. It's still pushing. It's finally going to die here, but EDC unintentionally got it after he got rooted into it by Junkrat and got trapped in it to grab the camp because no one stood on it. But yeah, that turnaround, like you said, Hasu doing such an insane job controlling the fight that no one saw Nick just diving that backline and eating everyone, grabbing the triple kill. That is a fast Immortal going to be taken by Washed Up, which will now head into the mid lane.
Where this is going, I might be done by noon. Just teams are looking to push in on this middle keep here, and this is Frozen Punisher, arguably the strongest Punisher in the game right now. It turns off your force. It's going to chase Misha a little bit. Not sure who that's going to benefit more, though. Stay a while unless it does come out. Bunker immediately dropped to make sure that nobody from the side of Washed Up is hit by that Phoenix ultimate there. Out comes the Riptire, already going to go off, doing big damage. John Cena, 62% health left. Out comes the black arrows, and I fear this keep may be going down soon.
Frozen Punisher able to disable the keep even after Sylvanas caught in the time trap, and Nick is deep, but it can't catch the teleporting Phoenix. The Punisher once again roots down the keep, but in the meantime, Bronic was able to dive the backline. He's so deep! He's going all the way, finally gonna time out. The keep is still alive. They're proxying the minion wave. Mac, pull into bot! Pull into bot! You can save the keep! Keep will die. Punch 1 and 2. And 3. Keep goes down. They almost saved that, but they did pick up some kills. They actually come out ahead in terms of kills there, and as such, they're able to defend the other lanes, grab some experience. They're still 2 levels behind, but they're still in the game.
Increasing their kill count here by 200%. Gonna start up on that Bruiser camp. Look to get some pressure in these lanes. Because, I mean, at least if nothing else, all the soak is being pushed to RossPierDoll now. They're going to start with the Death Ball. Chromie has finished that once again the first time, so they do have that extra echo. Are going to see the members of Washed Up, though, grab their own safe camp in the bottom lane. Blaze doing their own thing, and we may see a fight here. Level 16 just an inkling away. There it is not going to be a contestant from RossPierDoll down talent here.
Chromie will poke in a little bit of damage though, but like you say, 16's on the board. We're not going to see any attempt at a hard engage. They are now going to back up to this keep, which will have some Impalers pushing in. 1 Impaler camp on the way, 2 into mid lane, and there's the Black Arrow. Already harassing it down to just over half health. Stun by Blaze. They're going to try and make it. Cure diving deep. Okay, Mech, but it's going to be Misha, the only one to fall there. Okay, Mech, aka Cure, not able to find enough for the kill.
They're whittling down this keep very slowly, standing in that slowing sands there. Blaze does get trapped in the roots, but nothing Washed Up can't handle. They're going to back out, not able to get the keep quite yet. We can expect probably another 20 seconds. And here, Chromie getting stunned. Bronic having to run away. Out comes the mosh, but immediately interrupted. Silence, stay a while and listen. That's a lot of ultimate overlaps as once the panic comes out comes that Riptire. ETC is going to go down. Masquerade, low health, but still hanging in there. Manages to pick up 2 kills of their own. Nick taking the keep once again. There is the Black Arrows, and we could potentially be looking at games. Only Chromie and Malfurion survive, and only ETC already calling the GG. Chromie blasted to bits. Team racing past that keep, and with the core at 60% health. So many minions on it that is just going to be game number 1 going over to Washed Up.
Nicely played. The Hail Mary attempt from Masquerade at the end, seeing he was targeted by the salvo, was just like, well, if I'm going down, I'm taking you with. I understand that they do look really good, those little wire headsets, which I assume is what they're on about, but I know the big ear covering things like what we're wearing aren't the most especially pleasing for an event, but they're so comfy, dude. You can wear these for significantly longer than most event headsets, as we see Chromie banned out the respect coming in there because, yeah, they all got sand in their faces and decided they don't want that anymore.
3 kills too many. Imperius also coming out to ban again because, oof, if you don't miss a spear, it is really hard to play the game for the other team.
Alrighty. Deckard Kane going to be removed. They played it last time, not wanting to deal with it this time. They want to get Banana H on Ana because they're basically forcing the ban between Medivh and Ana and both get through. Now the question is, will RossPierDoll steal either of those heroes? Not even going to be prioritized though. I am incorrect. We see Yorel prioritized because she's really, really good when you have a good player playing her.
Now we're going to have Cure, also known as OK Mech on the EU server. Going to pick up that Yorel. They did main tank to an extent last time. So interesting to see if they will be in the off lane or if they're going to swap out here. We're going to see that Garage Anna come out first and foremost from the side of RossPierDoll. And I think that's a really great opener for them.
Yep, Garrus Fantastic's been banned out most games, finally gets to be played, and Ana stealing it away from Banana H is D. So that's going to be a Malfurion pick for Banana H almost certainly, but I don't know if they have to pick it now, because they can still pick Stukov and it will work fine with this Tracer. Also, Nyx Tracer. That's terrifying. And Johanna as a main tank.
Yeah, you thought the Sylvanas was bad, now she has 3 escapes, 3 engages.
Oh dear, less daggers though, just more punches. It's the way we deal with it. As we see Anduin going to be taken away. Anduin's another option who can work well with Tracer. Malfurion is definitely the priority, I'd say. Stukov fills in well, but Anduin is a very good counter to Garrosh, and that's what we're seeing here. And also, they're scared of Lightbomb Falling Sword.
Stream Snipe says Masquerade. We are going to see the Blaze banned away here on the side of Washed Up. And that's really surprising then, because myself, I would have banned the Malfurion. Like you said, we should see it. In case of whether we do or not remains to be seen.
There are three.
There
are 3/4 healers who could really give Tracer a good time, and those are who are still left, sorry. And that is Stukov and Malfurion are the top 2. Brightwing, if you want to go for a classic style, they can steal Medivh! That's awesome! Wow, what a draft coming in from RossPierDoll. And the last one, is going to be Uther with Q build, which did get buffed recently, but that extra range on Silver Touch can allow Uther to keep up with Tracer healing and gives her the armor she might need to survive. Let's see what we go for, though, as we see Junkrat coming in for Hasuobs. It's going to be the Malfurion. It's still the best choice, and it's still going to help them out very effectively. Roots to follow up on Johanna. It is just a good pick here. And of course, Roots on the end of portals.
Yeah, that works really well. Really shuts down engages, makes you think more carefully. And then even if you wait for the roots to go away, your opportunity to come in and out is very limited after that. So Soul Lane should be the pickup here. And it's going to be Deathwing. Nothing to deal with him. So why not bring the big dragon in?
Deathwing is sensible, like you say. Percentage damage, there is 1 talent in this game, I believe. Sorry, 2 talents. Tracer's ultimate and Yorel's level 13? I'm not sure, it's 13 or 16, but she gets a percentage damage talent on that hammer. Watching Tracer try to kill Deathwing is going to be very, very fun to see. It's going to be really silly. But this should be good, because the best strategy right now, to be honest, for Washed Up is ignore Deathwing. That's going to be fun to see how well they're able to execute this.
Yeah, I mean, have you ever seen like a horse that's being harassed by a fly? That's kind of what Tracer is going to be to Deathwing, but honestly, what I'm more looking forward to is seeing Deathwing trying to kill Tracer. She's so fast, and he's so just lumberingly slow. Yes. Yeah, we're thinking the same thing. What is he going to do? He can't Molten Breath her.
I mean, he can, but it's very unlikely that we're going to see that. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, on the left-hand side, looking to try and kill a Deathwing with a Fruit Fly, although not the counter version of the Fruit Fly. It's going to be Washed Up with Nick on that Tracer. We have OKMech, aka Cure, going to be playing the Yorel, Banana H on the Malfurion, Hasuobs on Junkrat, and Masquerade is bringing out the Johanna.
And over here on the right-hand side, we've got Aether on the Deathwing. We've got Bibzuke on that. They're all on top of each other. On that Greymane, Makatsi on the Garrosh. Gronek will be your Medivh, and Batiso on that Ana.
Let's get this rolling. Okay, Mech already bullying on the back line. When's overpower back off cooldown? Not in time. They're not going to be able to pick up that kill. That's Makatsi just trying to get to Tracer, but guess who also has problems catching Tracer? As we can see Nick just dancing around this Garrosh for the moment. As we begin to see the rotations, it will be Yorel versus Deathwing. And fun fact, Yorel has a good lane into Deathwing. Even without percentage damage, she's so mobile and so oppressive. And like you said, Deathwing can't hit her as well. So outside of the small sustain talents at level 1, which we are going to be seeing that Dragon Soul, outside of that talent, Deathwing doesn't actually have as much sustain in lane as Yorel has.
We are going to see the 1-2 punch come out from Tracer, and I just capitalizing on what you said, Tetcher. What a smart move picking up the Tracer, and I was really hoping to see RossPierDoll maybe adapt a little bit better to it, because Garrosh, like you said, has such a hard time catching Tracer. Greymane is going to be the first to go down to Nick on the Tracer. None of the front line really is adequately equipped, or the back line for that matter, to pick up Tracer. Shield Glare, you love to see it. The flashlight kill going over to Johanna.
Nick should have died there, but was able to get just out of range. The only person who could really land shots on them was Greymane, and Greymane was taken out very early in that fight. But the anti-heal grenade was there. They are reacting to Tracer, but the one person who was able to really get onto her and do damage was zoned out, pressured, and then murderized by the side of Washed Up. And as such, Nick, back to full health, yet to die, and continues his reign of terror.
We're going to see the pulse bomb come out, does not connect, and there's Aether losing a play. Like, what can RossPierDoll do against this Tracer? The Greymane, like you said, can auto once they get those Quicksilver bullets at level 7. They will have an easier time. We do finally get the throw and the sleep. Have I spoken too soon? Out comes the anti-heal. The Tracer is just able to blink away. And yeah, once again, as quickly as she comes, she goes.
There are two strategies that we're going to have to see RossPierre potentially implement to try and get this. For starters, they need more crowd control. They're going to get this from 3 potential sources. The Bellowing Roar from Aether. This is going to be the riskier one because it has such a wide windup. Also, he might be dead at the time because that's going to keep happening. Second, Taunt.
No.
Johanna
goes down.
Counter kill as well. Nice dive. Very good for the setup there. The Greymane does fall as well. The Taunt coming in from the Garage, the Warlord's Challenge, might be able to trap Tracer. And also, another potential talent, the Polybomb might be important for Bronek to maybe reactively pick up to guarantee that point-and-click CC onto Tracer to prevent her from getting away when she's caught out of position. We'll see if that's the route they go.
It's just going to be so hard for RossPierDoll. I'm really looking for them to bring it back in game number 2. Like, I was seeing some stuff in chat. Nobody wants to see the 5-minute stomps here. You're going to have to ignore Tracer, I feel, to really get on top of this medallion coming out from OK Mech, also known as Cure. You're going to have to kind of ignore her. I just hope your support can heal through the damage, and I don't know if Ana is necessarily the person for that. Gross having to burn that Indomitable. Web Weaver's coming out on the side of Washed Up, and bottom lane is the place to be. Everyone here, out comes the purple. They're gonna finally get the throw onto the Tracer, but again, recall. Wasn't even worried.
This is what we have been seeing, though. We've been seeing RossPierDoll get so close to killing that Tracer repeatedly before they have any of those big crowd control heroics. I really think once they get there, we might start seeing Tracer begin to drop a couple times. However, look at the positioning of OK Mech going deep. Fantastic force of will from Bronek to prevent that pulse bomb going off. Makotsi, though, in a little bit of trouble. Heals from Ana coming out. Another force of will, but it's time to counter-engage. The throw away this time from Makotsi to save the day, and there is a medallion used and denied. Whoa!
Oh my goodness! What an insane save from all members of RossPierDoll.
Everything went well there. The force of will into the throw to save the day. Oh, that's just sad. You have a moment of pure brilliance, and then that unfortunately does happen.
That's so unlucky.
This is why you stand in your minion wave versus Garrosh, because maybe that will happen. That's not something Garrosh could really control with the amount of time he had. So very lucky there for Nick. Unlucky there for Garrosh. Makotsi, though, he will have another chance as level 10, a level and a half away for them. Half a level away, though, from Washed Up.
So we can go back to that bottom fight for a minute, unless they're going to fight here right again, which they might, because, you know, why not fight? We're on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Definitely going to look at this Johanna here. However, Masquerade able to get away fairly easily. The medallion from Greymane was insane. insane. The knockback from Uriel and the hammer back into the roots. I was like, oh my god, this is a flash of genius. And then, of course, the amazing save, which is such good plays from all the players here. Level 10 is online for the side of Washed Up. We did see that repair just come out. Greymane trying to get away, but the falling sword secures their demise.
Cataclysm used as an escape as well. They will back away. Yeah, the falling sword, they were chatting about it before the game. It comes out anyway, though. Nice to see that little trade-off. Greymane was again the focus target for the easy pickup there. Very well executed by the side of Washed Up. Easily able to find their target and isolate it, even with that force of will to buy some time.
Will potentially see the RossPierDoll folks grab this camp and then look to turn in. They have 82 gems. Big gems on all the members. Deathwing having the most, Aether with 48. So that is going to be the priority kill target. And honestly, I don't think they could have it on a worse hero. Deathwing has used the Cataclysm. Doesn't have the, darn, so the Bellowing Roar is the ultimate, so you never see what the Cataclysm timer is unless you have to go look at the tab screen or whatever.
It's 57.
57, okay.
27.
So, 20, okay. There's nothing you can do to save Deathwing. If they just focus him, like the team can maybe try to peel, but you can't heal him. You can't cleanse him. You can't do a whole lot.
The double dive, focusing on Bronek to try and get it out. It's a leyline seal. It doesn't save him. That's a double kill. And they are deep. The fear comes out, but it just lets the chase continue as it fears them towards their own base. And in this case, though, Matiso does escape, thanks to that bellowing roar of Deathwing, who returns to the sky. Also, just as a note here, currently, OK Mech, aka Cure, is trolling people with the amount of speed boost he has. He has Hand of Freedom and Righteous Momentum. He can catch anyone. He's literally running circles around them.
Yeah, not much to say here. I mean, this game looking to be even quicker than the previous game, as Webweavers are descending on all three keeps at 8.5 minutes, and they're still all very healthy. It's the tick of damage over time that comes out onto the Webweavers, as opposed to the heroes on the red team doing any kind of real damage there. Ana gonna go down in the back. Uriel and Tracer too much to deal with. Medivh was nano boosted before the fall. Out comes the falling sword. Irash finally finishing that level 1 quest, but it may be too little too late. Webweavers on the core now.
Nick's in the backline trying to do some damage. That is Greymane dropped low, going to be finished off by Nick unless he makes it to the base. No, there's the kill. Leyline comes out a little bit too late. We did not see that polybomb as discussed earlier. They chase down as best they can, but the minions are doing too much here. No one's contesting that. That is going to be game number 2 and the series going over to Washed Up. Medivh lives.